Hi guys, good day. My name is Victor Modo and I am back with all the latest about Nigerian players that were involved in club football over the past week. Like I said, this channel is going to be totally dedicated to ensuring that you know and get all the information you need to know about Nigerian players, how they are performing, how well they're doing, the goals they scored, their assists, their appearances. Basically would ensure that all of this information is given to you right here. Remember, we're still in the running to live stream Nigeria versus Cameroon, the Super Falcons game. So if this is sorted, I'll inform you in time early enough and expect a live stream from us for the game in Abuja on Monday. But let's go straight to it. The week under review. Let's go straight to Nigerian players that were involved for their different clubs. The players that got a few minutes, those that played full time, those that played large chunks of the game, and then I will ensure we show you the goals from those that scored. And let's pray YouTube does not take my channel. Let's get into it, guys. So we start with the English Premier League and we start with no other club than Fulham. It was a very eventful 2 weeks for Alexander Iwobi and Calvin Bassey. The journey to the African Cup of Nations all the way to the finals, but they have returned to their club Fulham and they are doing battle for Fulham. Alexander Iwobi and Calvin Bassey were both involved in their team's 0-2 loss to Aston Villa in the English Premier League. They both came in as second half substitutions in the game, but they could do nothing to influence the course of the game as they fell on their sword alongside their club Fulham. We move over to Frank Onyeka, and Frank Onyeka was a second half substitute for Brentford in their big league loss to Liverpool, one of the biggest recently for the high flying. I say high flying because they have managed to make themselves a mainstay in the English Premier League and play wonderful football. So he came in the second half for the club, though they lost by a massive scoreline against Liverpool. From Frank Onyeka, we'll move on to our guy, the pastor himself, Taiwo Awoniyi. Taiwo Awoniyi played for his side in their 2-0 win over West Ham. And guess what? Baba Adura scored the first goal. Yes, a wonderful ball, received the ball, bodied his man and slotted the ball past the goalkeeper. And guess what he did? Took off his shirt to reveal a message basically asking, what do you take God for? That's Taiwo Awoniyi. Move on from Taiwo Awoniyi to Gabriel Osho and Chidozie Ogbene of Luton Town. They have not declared for Nigeria, but they shall still be our brother. But they both featured for Luton Town in their home defeat to Manchester United in a game that football watchers and observers believe that Luton Town did not deserve to win. On the balance of play, at the very least, they deserve to go home with a point. Moving away from the English Premier League, we go to the German Bundesliga. Yes, Nathan Teller, recently declared for Nigeria and was involved in a couple of internationals at the end of the year. Nathan had a cameo appearance for his club, Leverkusen, in their away win at Heidenheim FC. Remember, Victor Boniface is still out injured, the injury that made him to excuse himself from Team Nigeria squad for the African Cup of Nations. We still wonder what would have been if we had both Victors available for Nigeria at the African Cup of Nations. We move on to Nigerians in the La Liga. Sadiq Umar played all of 65 minutes in Real Sociedad's game against Real Mallorca. He ended up with no goals and no assists. See, Umar is a very interesting striker. He can disappear for a while, and while you're sleeping, he just snatches the goal. So we're sure that he will eventually come good very, very soon. Again, we move on from La Liga to the Italian Serie A, and let's dive straight into it. Samuel Chukwueze, coming back from the African Cup of Nations, started the game for his side against Monza, for AC Milan against Monza. He played all of 45 minutes and was withdrawn very, very early at the start of the second half when things were not going according to plan. AC Milan thought that they had equalized when they eventually got to 2-2, but Monza snatched it at the dead. We move on from Samuel Chukwueze to David Okereke. Remember, he was loaned this January from his club Cremonese. He just made his second appearance for Torino in their 2-0 win over Lecce. It's basically a cameo appearance, but we hope to see a lot more of David Okereke. Moving on from there, we'll move to Maduka Okoye, establishing himself as, let's just say I'm hopeful by saying number one for Udinese, and he was in goal. He considered one goal in their 1-1 draw against Calgary. Isaac Success also plays for Udinese and came on as a second half substitute for his club, but could not do anything to change the course of the game. The game still ended 1-1. We move on from there to Simeon Nwankwo and their visit to league leaders Inter Milan. Yes, Salernitana were seriously flogged 4-0 by league leaders, and Simeon Nwankwo came in the 83rd minute of the game but could do nothing to change the koboko that was already prepared for his club. We move away from the Italian Serie A and we go to the Liga, starting with the heavyweight Nigerian clash. Yes, Starboy Gift Urban faced up with another Starboy, Terry Murphy. Gift Urban came into the game in the 74th minute of play and helped his team secure a 1-0 win, but did not score, did not assist. Terry Murphy, on the other hand, just returning from the African Cup of Nations, basically was introduced in the 59th minute of play, but could not change the course of the walloping that Nice collected at the hand of Olympic Lyon. Accord Jerome Adams, the young Nigerian striker, started life with his club Montpellier in amazing fashion, but has kind of cooled off a little bit. He came into the game in the 79th minute with his club already adding 2-0, and he showed his own working to help them win 3-0, but he did not get a goal or an assist in this one. Moses Simon, just returning from the African Cup of Nations, basically linked up with his club in the most difficult way you want to start life back from the AFCON. How do you return and your first match is against PSG? What does that mean? But basically, they lost 2-0. My senior man, my chairman himself, came in the 73rd minute of play, but could do nothing to change the course of the game. They were beaten fair and square, well beaten. Moving away from the French Ligue 1, we move on to the Portuguese League. Zaidu Sanusi, the Nigerian national team physios and medics were managing his fitness at the African Cup of Nations to ensure that he could see the tournament out. He goes back to his club, comes on, basically starts the game for them, but had to leave the pitch at the 32nd minute of play with an ACL injury. Anyone that plays football, follows footballers, understands how bad, terrible that injury is. So all of our prayers, all of our good wishes, our well wishes are with Zaidu Sanusi. We pray that he recovers in time and comes back to perfect health for his club. Moving on from Zaidu Sanusi, we go to Yusuf Lawal. The 25-year-old uncapped Nigerian attacker was on the bench for almost all of the game, but came in the 8th minute, but could do nothing about influencing affairs as his team lost. His team, Aroka, shall lost 0-2 away to Casa Pi. It took me. Moving on from there, we go to Bruno Onyemaechi for Boavista. With just 6 minutes to the end of the match, Bruno came back for basically his return for the African Cup of Nations, but they suffered a slim win against Chavez. Now, I'm interested in this team because a lot of Nigerians before the African Cup of Nations were clamoring for other midfielders and were crying, give us Kelechi Nwakali, give us Kelechi Nwakali's team basically beat Bruno Onyemaechi's team in this game, and we have two Nigerians in that team that basically featured. We have Junior Udeme Pius and Kelechi Nwakali. You know, Junior Pius is center defender and he started the game, played all of 45 minutes. The game ended 2-1 by the way, played all of 45 minutes, while Kelechi Nwakali was introduced into the game in the 57th minute of play and helped his side maintain stability to get the much needed 3 points. Away from the Portuguese League, we move on to the Belgian Pro League. Rafael Onyedika didn't get a lot of games at the African Cup of Nations, but he's back with his club and was basically used for this particular game to run down the time. He came into the play at 90 plus 10 minutes of the game and just helped the team see out the draw, and the spoils were shared. We move on from Rafael Onyedika to Tolu of Genk. The 23-year-old attacker continues to impress in Belgium. He has taken to life amazingly in Belgium and he has scored 11 goals and 2 assists in just 14 starts for his club. He came on again and he started the game for his club and put them back on level terms after they had gone behind by a long goal. He put them back on level terms in the game. A bullet header, solid effort he put in to displace his marker in the box from the corner kick and slammed a solid header into the net. You guys need to see this goal. We move on to the Scottish Premier League and we start with none other than Cyril Dessers. This our bros has scored 14 goals and 5 assists in 26 games for his club this season. He didn't start this game, however. He started on the bench and came in the 68th minute of play and just helped his team basically cruise to a 0-3 important away win. Honorable mention must go to my guy, Leon Balogun. He was an unused sub for his club, Glasgow Rangers, but it's good to see my guy enjoying himself and flexing his football. Very, very good to see. I move on from there to Czech Republic. Victor Olatunji with Sparta Prague. The Nigerian striker played an important role in ensuring that his team whooped their opponents 2-1. Now, despite suffering a defeat in the Europa League, in the just past Europa League, he provided an assist to ensure that they win their game 2-1. Victor Olatunji was basically putting a man of the match performance for his club, Sparta Prague, basically bouncing back from their defeat at the Europa League. He provided an assist in the 47th minute and then went on to win it for his team, scoring the winning goal for his side. Mohamed Tijani, our young Nigerian starlet, amazing talent. We can't wait for this guy to break into the national team. He came into the game in the 66th minute of play and provided an assist for his team, and they also won comfortably. Remember, he came in the 60th minute of play and he provided an assist in the 80th minute to help them cruise to a 0-3 victory. Another Nigerian in the same Slavia Praha side is Igo Ogbo. He started the game for his side, number 5, and basically ensured that they kept a clean sheet despite sacrificing himself by picking up a yellow card in the game.